actually was in that lane. So I think realizing that, they've sent him down bottom lane. Maybe they just wanted to get him a couple levels though in jungle, but that's just my take on it.
Ooh. I'm not sure if you caught the action at the top lane here. Just
Oh,
basically one hit if PIS made one mistake in that attempt would not have got the kill. But a perfect shackle shot, perfect animation cancel, and a good power shot grabbed him a kill at the mid lane. So it's 2-1 in favor of Nirvana China, but I feel that they have this game pretty much locked down just through their picks and through the laning, like you were saying earlier. That Broodmother is pressured the top lane, but not at the point that where she can't recover. She can farm up pretty quickly with her spiderlings. And Zoe is just having free farm. She's sitting at 26 and 6 in 5 minutes. That's 5 a minute. That's just insane early game. So we'll see how this game progress. Mid lane, I think it's in the favor of Sentinel as well. Yeah, the
oh boy.
Windrunner has 19 and 15 to the 11 and 2 of Chuan's Nevermore. So I'm not too sure how this early game Scourge team is losing this early game.
Yeah, I mean, normally if you're going to give up an entire lane, you better at least have Enigma coming out of the jungle every once in a while and supporting a gang or something. But that strategy has largely been fairly ineffective, as they've just ended up handing free farm to the Medusa without even taking advantage of having more heroes in the top of the map. And so we're getting a teleport in from Sven on top. And, especially, too, they've also kind of given up now. Banana had played it safe enough, and without any deaths, now that Sentry and Observer Ward have kind of have their durations run out, and Banana is free to kind of hang out in this lane and began to farm up. He's at 5-1 right now, which is, of course, not as good as Batrider's 30 and 12. But man, if you can just give a Batrider farm compared to giving a Medusa free farm, I would definitely take the Medusa any day. Normally you pick the Batrider to counter these solo lanes, and I do agree that Batrider is actually pretty good against. We actually see Batrider picked. Actually, I don't know if I'd necessarily say that Batrider is good against Broodmother, but I've definitely seen Batrider picked commonly as a counter to Broodmother. I feel like Batrider. Meanwhile, mid lane we see some clones coming in doing absolutely nothing but kind of scaring back Veno. But as I was saying, Batrider's normally picked as this counter, but I'm not sure that works terribly well. Meanwhile, top lane they are in fact going for the Broodmother, and as I'm talking about how bad of a counter I think Batrider is to Broodmother, Batrider then goes and kills Broodmother. So thanks for making me look kind of like an idiot there. But shit happens. So anyway, as I was saying though, I still stand by my opinion that I think that perhaps Batrider is overrated as a counter to Broodmother. Sure, you can get up some charges on it. You often see them spamming webs hoping to get Broodmother caught up in it. But with the high movement speed, you kind of just back up for a little bit and wait until the napalm wears off. It doesn't last that long. But if you get a good gank from Sven, as you saw, then you will get a kill.
I think the only really reason why a lot of teams are favoring the Batrider against the Brood is that the fact that his ultimate go through the BKB, which is probably Broodmother's only true form of survivability. As we actually saw, I think Sven picked up a dust, ferried it all the way to top lane, and basically nabbed himself a kill. As we see even more pushing power. Another thing that Bat does pretty well is push against the Brood. It's kind of hard thing to do, but he's doing it right now, and they are gonna get the tower advantage. This second tier tower is just taking so much damage. Warcry is popped for that extra armor on the creeps, and they are gonna try to pick off this tower as well. Broodmother can't reveal himself, fearing the lasso and another dust, and they're going to pick up another tower. This is like 2 towers in a span of maybe 2 minutes. That is an extra 2,000 gold that I don't think the Sentinel would have wanted to give up to the Scourge team.
So yeah, I guess I do take it back somewhat. My reference was more, and they're going to make an attempt on the Broodmother, but with the good movement speed, the dust goes to waste. So I guess my comments on it are more directed at just the early game presence. Yeah, I agree that certainly Batrider is a pretty good counter to Broodmother in that, just like any other BKB hero. In that, oh, by the way, we see Venomancer down here kind of being as annoying as hell. And we already have the blink on Batrider. That's what you get with this farm, and they're going to take out this Lich, and Lich goes down. They might end up getting a second kill. They're going to be going for Yafet as well, who pops the Windrunner, who has phase boots. I believe they will probably be able to get out of this, despite the blink on Batrider, who really is kind of low health. You got to be a little bit careful. So I guess despite saying how we thought that the laning was going pretty poorly, they seem to have, with those 2 tower kills, as you mentioned, 2,000 gold for the team, and the quick. I guess this was their strategy: get that quick blink dagger, and then kind of do a little bit of roaming. They were kind of successful. They took out Broodmother, took out the Lich, set them up to take out mid tower. So I think the strategy for Deity is coming together a little bit, in my eyes anyway. Where I didn't quite see it in the picking phase, but so it seems Bat Rider was not so much, even though it was a later pick, I thought that it would be 100% picked as a counter to other heroes, but they've actually kind of made it integral in their strategy offensively, not just like as a defensive counter. So heading bot lane right now, maybe they're going to try to take care of this Medusa, who's already at a Ring of Health and Treads and Magic Stick. This Magic Stick is going to be at 10 charges before you know it, if Bat Rider stays in lane.
And I think a good part of Scourge's success, and as much as I hate to admit it, is probably due to Sven. Sven's been pretty on top of it, being at the mid lane with the ganks, being the top by buying dust and stuff, and he's just been absolutely everywhere. As we see initiation going on the Dusa here, we did have Lassa already wasted. Dusa, pretty good at HP, does have a lot of wand charge, like you say. They're still going to go ballsy for that Dusa. I think that was global silence popped or just last word silence. Bat Rider is taking a bunch of damage. And oh my god, is he gonna go down? No, he's gonna be okay. Maledict is used, and there's creeps closing in on the Windrunner. We are gonna see Yellow in trouble as well. Yellow running away from. Oh my god, and that Mystic Snake is gonna kill off. It's just a chasing long battle. Now they're gonna focus on Dusa once again. They gotta make up their mind who they're focusing, and I don't think they're gonna grab a single hero. Sven need to pop his in charge or in one or something. Oh, does he have stun? No, stun is cooling down, and they are going to pick up Bat Rider as well. And the Venomancer, my god, this running team battle is just not favoring the Deity. But now Shadowfiend comes in, gets 2 rays off, but now it's probably going to die to the Broodmother ultimate. And this is not working on. Some really nice blocking coming in from the Broodmother, but he's getting creep blocked by his own creep as well. This is pretty lowsy. They are going to pick up. Oh, Shadowfiend goes down as well.
Oh man, I was hoping that when I saw Shadowfiend pop in there, I was hoping like, oh my gosh, we're gonna get an ultra kill moment, and I was sorely disappointed. Shadowfiend went that man. This sounds. Meanwhile, mid lane we see Zippo's coming. He's definitely gonna be picking off has to blow a black hole, but for early game getting at level 8, black hole is definitely worth a kill. Although maybe in that last battle, I guess the team fights have already begun to take place, even though that was more of a running team battle. So still a pretty good. I would say that at level 8, blowing your black hole for 1 hero kill is definitely worth it. But in that last battle, as I was saying, it's really beginning to show too how good of the silencer pick was. Wasn't he 3rd pick? I forget for Nirvana. He was 3rd pick.
He was
right?
3rd pick. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and man, that's working really well. I hadn't noticed that immediately before, but against the Shadowfiend, who just you can only raise once in like a sequence of a couple seconds, and that is really gonna hurt. So and in general, just like popping Curse of the Silence when he's going to go up there and casting his ult, we'll probably see that if Silencer plays his cards right later in the game, we're going to see Nevermore be somewhat ineffective. So meanwhile, mid lane, the push is beginning, and here goes Banana with all these Spiderlings and the Windrunner to help take out the creep waves. And I think they'll be able to take out this tower unless we get some TPs in. Sven is coming, and his stun will do a ton of damage to these Spiderlings. Yeah, he does it. Things that won't take them out completely. You do need like 2 nukes if you're going to take out these fighters. Otherwise, Broodmother will run them away without getting any of the gold or experience from them. Off to the neutrals. Meanwhile, they're heading off bot.
And I think that the strat of banning all the AoE hero in the game is going to pay off sooner or later, because I mean right now we are going to see Scourge pushing extremely strong, but you got to keep in mind that is probably because they're more of an early game. Venomancer Plague Wards is only going to scale downwards as the game progresses, and of course the Eidolons, same thing, same story as well. But sooner or later, Dusa is going to catch up in terms of farm. And throughout that last team fight, she did not die. Her farm got slowed down pretty well. Actually, this is pretty bad farm for Nirvana Zoe. Despite her getting absolutely free farm early game, I would have guessed 13 minutes in, 14 minutes in would have been. Well, actually. Here, math major. What is this math creep kill per minute right now? Dusa?
14 minutes in, 90 minutes. That's like Oh God, I don't even know.
That's like 6, 7,
Like let's say it's like 15 minutes in, it would be like, yeah, like 6,
6, 7. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty
a little
good.
more.
I don't know what I was smoking, because I actually failed my math major, so
But
I can't divide. So there you go.
that's cool. I mean, still though, I mean, I guess you'd expect something like that, especially when you have the solo lane. Keep in mind though that those creep stats are nerfed a little bit because Silencer's doing some creep pulls earlier, which were really screwing with equilibrium, and a lot of her creep kills were being stolen away by the tower. So to cut her a little credit, uh, when you're fighting with your own tower for creep kills, of course you're not going to get everything. But meanwhile, we're seeing level 6 Lich. We could potentially see a really clutch ult um, in an upcoming team battle, and I think maybe that's what they're going to try for us. We see Lich hanging out here. They might make an attempt on this mid tower, hoping for a big team battle where the X Factor Lich can pop out and do some serious damage. But I'm actually not too sure. What are they waiting for right now? They're all hanging out mid lane. Maybe they're going to try to pick someone off. We do see that Sven has come here. He has a Clary right now on him. He's full mana. He's got a Dust. He's got Wards, man. And credit to Deity. They've done a pretty good job of... you already talked about the Sven, but just in general, I think he's not the only one with Dust. And they've done a pretty good job of basically... I think Nirvana doesn't feel entirely secure in any one of their lanes, and that is the benefit of getting that early Blink Dagger on a Batrider. Really, you can't feel safe no matter where you are if the Batrider is not on the map, and certainly right now, look, Batrider right now, bottom lane, Windrunner's got to feel a little tentative right now. Sure, a lot of escape mechanisms, but low HP pool right now, only 1,000 HP, and they could probably take him out before he even gets out of the Flaming Lasso. But, so, are we going to see an engagement here first or in middle? So that's where my eyes are at the moment.
Probably the engagement is gonna come wherever that Batrider is. I think you're absolutely right on that. I mean, Sentinel, they seem extremely defensive, probably even more so defensive than they really need to be. But that Batrider Blink Dagger is just a scary thing to go against. Early game Batrider is like king of Dota.
Yep.
He comes in, he Firefly and just jizz all over you literally, and is gonna get a kill pretty much very easily. He's doing some nice jungling in the Sentinel jungle right now. You can see that Sentinel extremely defensive. There's a curse going on the Sven the mid lane. But I don't know why they're trying to go for Sven. Nice shackle shot off the creeps, and it looks like there's ooh, they're trying to go pick up the Sven. Now we do see a Malphus, and this is another running battle. I feel like running battle is going to favor the Sentinel a little bit more. They do have better mobility. The Black Hole was more of a stationary ultimate. And meanwhile, more battle going on in the mid lane here. Silencer is going to get raised to death here. Global Silence is popped, and I think he is going to be okay thanks to the Mecha. No, there is another Venomous Gale is going to slow him down. Silencer finally goes down. Black Hole gets cancelled immediately. Oh. Now the Black Hole, Enigma goes down. Shadow Fiend goes down. This is what I mean. Running battle is going to be in huge favors of Sentinel, despite the Scourge team having a Batrider. This is a very odd statement, but we are seeing that hold true in practice.
Wow, and man, that was a fanboy moment there for Yafet. And look down here, Sven, oh my gosh, he's actually in trouble, and Lich is like, hell yeah, I finally get a kill. So, or actually 2 kills right now in the moment. So Lich is feeling pretty lich with, pretty lich. Sure, she's feeling pretty lich, but even without her Frosty Arms and the recent nerf, that was a huge nerf, if you ask me, taking off her Frosty Arms. But, grabbing a kill on the lone Sven, not exactly sure. I guess he was stranded without a TP scroll. But if you saw that last battle, that was all about Yafets right there. I mean, he engaged, he started the battle with a great shackle shot there in middle, I think on the Sven, and then canceling the Black Hole, tying up, I guess it was Enigma along with the Nevermore, and that was just so crucial. So that was big win right there for the Windrunner. And now they're engaging again, and there goes the Chain Frost. Oh, only lands twice, and there's a lot of low health heroes at the moment. Is the Silencer going to be able to pick anybody off? I do feel like, yes, Sven does go down before he's really able to do anything. However, Shadow Fiend and Venomancer are going to make it away with basically no health. But
that was a
Banana
very good
grabs a kill in the process, and they're going to take out the tower.
That was a very good Chain Frost. I think after the enemy players teleported in, they were behind the tower, absolutely no creep. It was a shame that the Scourge had a great split and there was only like one bounce.